your mouth. Come on, let's go. Come on, get the crumbs on every other donut in there. They're still warm?
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Go for it.
No, I can't. It's too much sugar. So this is how our morning is starting out. We are swapping over the clutch and flywheel from the old engine onto the newer one right here. We already got it up on the hoist off the engine stand. And once we do that, we'll be slapping her in the car.
Let me show you how it goes. Basically, the trick is you put the pressure plate on and you get the bolts just tight enough to where you can kind of slide around the clutch, but it still stays in place, you know, once you move it. And then you basically just look in the hole and you just get it just perfectly aligned. And then you tighten them down. That's all there is to it.
I mean, obviously this isn't the preferred method, but it does work when you don't have the clutch alignment tool. Got the flywheel on, clutch on, engine's assembled, transmission's in there, and we're just gonna put it in. Okay.
Jiggle and slide. It looks like it's going in on this side.
Oh, it looks like it lifts up.
Is that aligned when I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Ah, sick.
Okay.
That's easy.
Perfect.
I grab the bolts.
So you can see the little gap between the trans and the engine, but we got one bolt in right now and actually slid in pretty easily. So now we're just going to tighten everything up, put the rest of the bolts in, and yeah, that was too easy.
I just hook stuff up, really.
Yeah, we pretty much just need to hook stuff up and then check oil pressure, make sure it's getting good oil pressure because we did the oil cooler delete on the bottom, and then should be able to drive it. Everything's hooked up now. All the hoses, radiator. There's distilled water in there. Fuel lines are hooked up. Heater hoses are hooked up. Motor mounts are bolted in. The trans, all that's all good. Battery's installed. Now we're just gonna hook up the wiring for the battery. Should be able to crank it, right?
Yep.
Then we're gonna see if everything is good, and then after that we should be able to fully start it after everything's been primed. And it's been fairly tiring, and also the sun's out today, which makes it, I mean, it looks really nice, but it's obviously a lot hotter to work in compared to yesterday, which it was mainly overcast. But luckily we got everything done fairly quickly. I mean, there seems to be oil in there. Spark plugs are in. We're gonna crank it without the plug wires on.
Even.
Sounds pretty good.
That's very even.
Yeah.
That's dead on even.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
I'm scared as f right now. No idea what we're getting ourselves into.
Let's do it.
That sounds really good, man.
Dude, it's all
It's what?
all four. No knock.
Adele, didn't I say it was going to be a good day?
What
I said it was going to be a good day in the vlog.
All right, good for another 100,000 miles.
I'm genuinely surprised at that. Wow.
Wow. So for some reason I was oddly cocky when it came to this, and I said that it was probably gonna run. Had a good feeling about it, and sure enough it ran. Front cover's coming off now. We gotta take off the water pump and redo the seal on that because that started leaking. And other than that, what do we have left?
Just get rid of the exhaust and
Fix the water pump, put the exhaust kind of on.
oh, and time it.
And then time it. Oh yeah, and then put on the front pump for the whole like front end.
And then we'll do an oil change too, just make sure it's clean.
So we went to Harbor Freight, got a O-ring kit right there. So we should have a matching O-ring to the water pump. So we put that on, and hopefully the water pump will stop leaking, and we can wrap up the rest of the car and drive home. He was timing it.
Motor runs really well.
It runs really well, especially for an engine that like no history.
That we know, yeah. For $350, there's no complaints.
Yeah.
Sounds good, dude.
Sounds good. I'm not saying I called it again, but yeah, It's doing real good, real good. Back to looking like a car again with the front end on. We just have to put the hood on, and also the exhaust. When we're taking off the downpipe from the Cat, this whole little seam area over here split, so we can't really clamp the exhaust back on. And this exhaust has been nothing but trouble. I mean, like, bro, look at that, disgusting. So we're gonna go and just like cut it in half or bend it in half or something, and just take it out, and then we'll just throw this in the trash over here, and then just drive home with just the open header.
Go. Tilt it back towards you.
Is there enough fruit?
Boop.
Finally.
Yeah, just drive. Let's get
Yeah,
the
let's take tools off it.
Ooh, it just sounds fucking good now.
clutch is very, very high.
Dude, this thing sounds healthy as fuck. It's pretty quick too. Not bad. I mean, it sounds better from when I was drove it.
Clutch is definitely higher than it was before. I don't know why that is.
Alright guys, that is a real AE86 experience right there, dude. Well, it sounds great.
Kita, man.
It sounds
revving it
a
like
motor
that.
can handle the BS, you just put it through. Chell, what do you think?
$300 motor, boys.
I like how he doesn't even wait for this thing to warm up or anything. And he's
I
like,
know.
oh, 8,000 RPM? Yeah. Good, great test drive.
That's how you test if it's gonna make it.
Got the hood back on. Car is all packed up. Thank you, Adam, for letting us use your place. Illum Aesthetic. Thank you to Christian, too, for helping out. I was sick. And, of course, he's going to have stuff on his channel. Liddy.
Let's go, boys. 400 miles.
Headed back now, open header. And, yeah, I guess we'll update you. We got 4 hours and 53 minutes left of this drive. And it's, what is it, 8:08 p.m. So we're probably going to get home, what does it say? 1 in the morning? Solid. So of course, open header lifestyle. We just went to Target over here. Got some earplugs. This is like the last setup that they had in there. So we're rocking these pink ones. They're made for women apparently, even though they're just normal earplugs. Because America. So we're stuck on the side of the freeway. The engine wasn't running. So we were diagnosing everything. We found an engine ground that was missing over there. The distributor wasn't giving signal to the ignition coil. It took us forever. We found these two wires over here for the distributor were poorly crimped. So we tied those around each other. Still wasn't getting signal. Started taking stuff off. Cranked the engine manually and then realized the distributor wasn't even turning. So we removed the distributor, realized that the gear inside wasn't even moving, and so we took off the valve cover, camshaft wasn't moving. And then after that we're like, all right, let's take off this cover. So we take off the cover and the timing belt is ripped. So that is our fantastic news now. So we've been on the side of the road for like an hour and a half or so, and the timing belt's now done, and we have like 125 miles left to go for our 350 mile trip. But yeah, this kind of sucks.
Couldn't have predicted that.
Yeah, I mean, that was like, why? And the thing is, it didn't even snap when the car was driving. It snapped here when we were idling it because it was cutting in and out a little bit. And then all of a sudden it just wouldn't turn on.
I don't understand how this happens to us, man. How does this happen to us, man?
I don't get
Everything's perfect. Everything's going so smoothly, and then the good news is that 4AGs are non-interference engines, so the motor is not toast.
Exactly.
Just the belt.
solution to having to get towed. It's $7 a mile. We had someone drive up 2 hours to come get us, so that way they could flat tow us somewhere else. And then we'll just park this car over there, and then they'll drive us the 2 hours home. And then Nikita will come up like next week and actually replace the timing belt on this car and then drive it back. Either that or come with a truck and trailer, something like that. So that's a thing.
Good tow hook, bro.
Great tow hook.
Factory OEM tow hooks. Dude, even the freaking fuck.
Cause see, this one didn't have the retaining bolt on this side.
Yeah, but this is the one that has a tow hook on its side.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, I guess it's time to get a GTS bumper.
Yeah.
There you go. There's my excuse.
That's your excuse.
There's my excuse. Jesus Christ, look at this thing, dude.
Okay, we have to leave this somewhere.
I'm gonna go talk to them.
Okay. So we're at Button Willow Racetrack. So we're gonna see if we can.
Conveniently, we snapped the timing belt right at the Button Willow exit. So yeah, I kind of figured that this would be a safe space.
They should have some compassion towards us.
Yeah, they should feel our pain.
Exactly. So hopefully we can leave it here for like a week until Nikita comes back and picks the car up. So we have the AE86 sitting here in this spot now, and basically Button Willow actually has like trailer storage and such, so there's like trucks and trailers all around here. And so what they do is they charge the first 3 days are free, and after that it's $18. How much is it? $18 a week?
$18 a week or like $75 a month, man. We picked the best place to break down, Button Willow.
It actually worked out perfect, which is ridiculous.
We're so lucky, but yet so unlucky at the same time, man. Like, I don't know how that works.
Okay, so now we got to transfer everything out of the car into that Corolla. So one Corolla to another Corolla, and we'll be on our way back and then continue this adventure another time.
Yep.
Isn't that right?
Yep.
Oh, bye-bye. So we made it back to the house finally. Nikita was doing most of the driving. By most, I mean all of the driving. So props to him on that, because I'm pretty tired and I was sleeping a lot of the time. And so that wraps up, I guess, our Corolla adventure. We did all right, I guess. I mean, we kind of mission accomplished, because technically we got the thing running. But who would have thought the timing belt would just give out like that? That's the most annoying part ever. Anyways, I just want to get back to doing my stuff and get my car running and put some tires on it and stuff like that. So that's gonna be this week for me. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.